What's up, guys? I'm on the way to work, and I was just thinking about some of the most common questions that I get asked as a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And the first one is specific to me because I got my black belt in around 6 years, a little under. And people go, how'd you get it so fast, or how did you improve so quickly? I'm not gonna lie. A lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm kind of retarded, right? I obsess over things for a certain period of time and then I get bored, and I just happen to not stop obsessing about this thing, okay? Now there's some other factors on that, and that's I'm 6'4", I'm young, handsome, I have long legs, I'm tall, so that helps with jiu-jitsu. I'm strong, and then my joints don't hurt that bad. So all those things 100% play a factor. And I'm pretty big, I'm like 220, 230. So all of those things play big factors in why I got good so fast. But unintentionally, I got good because I would study one thing for a long period of time, and I would just do that one thing. So I was talking about this yesterday with this guy at my work who he was teaching me how to play ping pong. And he was talking about how these fine Asian gentlemen that taught him, they would do this thing called looping, where they would hit the ball back and forth with the exact same stroke to each other, repeating it like perfectly doing like a backhand, or perfectly doing like a forehand, hitting the ball just back and forth to each other again and again and again. Repetitions, right? You know, the whole Bruce Lee thing. I don't fear the man that does 10,000 kicks. I fear the man that does one kick 10,000 times, because that means they've repeated the exact same technique a bunch. Well, the same is true for jiu-jitsu, and for me, at white belt, that was the triangle choke. So I did hundreds of triangle chokes. Everyone knew I was going to triangle choke them. I would do it anyways. To the point where I even went to the gym that I received my black belt from, Nemesis Jiu-Jitsu, from Matthew Smith, shout out. And I went to an open mat at their gym as a 4-stripe white belt, and I tapped every single person in the gym other than Coach Matt. So, and all of it was with triangle chokes. But that was only because of those factors I already talked about. Young, tall, previous college athlete, handsome. And then I was super obsessed with jiu-jitsu, and I would spam the one thing over and over again. Now, my advice for other people on how to get good quickly, in my opinion, is spam one thing. And with that being said, and other coaches have said this too, like John Danaher and Gordon Ryan and them, if you're a lower belt, if you wanted to spam chokes off the back and you're a white belt and you come and spar with me and you don't tell me you want to take my back, you're not going to take my back. So you're not going to be able to practice the one thing that you want to get better at. So it's easiest to choose something like a bottom mount escape, or a bottom side control, or a back escape, because no matter who you spar with, you can go to any gym in the world and lose intentionally so that you can practice the escapes. So if you're going to choose something to obsess over and to look up hundreds of videos of, right, just go through every single top person and look up how they do it. Look at how John Danaher does a side control escape. Look at how Shanji Hiberio does a side control escape. Look at how they teach side control escapes in MMA, in like a self-defense jiu-jitsu type style. Look at how Roy Dean teaches hit. Look at all of the main YouTubers, and then try a bunch of them, and then you can try to go hit your side control escapes against people live and see what works for you. Because I'm tall, so a lot of things work for me and they don't work for other people. So you have to find out what works best for you. But that only works by doing that ping pong looping of spamming techniques live with resistance against another person, again and again and again, repetitions. And that doesn't mean drilling with your wife or girlfriend or husband or boyfriend with no resistance. It means live, you're practicing getting to bad positions and doing the exact technique every single time if you're talking about escapes. It's just spamming the same type of elbow to the neck, shrimp and bridge and escape, right? Get that knee inside. Or it's going to bottom mount and practicing trapping and rolling people. And then even if they know you're going to trap and roll them, try to trap and roll them. That's how you know you have a good trap and roll, right? And if you can't because they're resisting it, because they open their legs or they're posting wide or whatever, now it's time to elbow escape. That's how other escapes and other things link to each other. So once you get really good at one thing, people are really aware of it, and then they overcompensate to try to make sure you don't get that, and that opens up your jiu-jitsu for all these other things. So long story short, the way I got good at jiu-jitsu, genetics, youth, and athleticism, but my obsession over one thing at a time, right? Only choosing to do one type of technique. And I still do this to this day. I talked about it last time in my goals for each class. Like, I was trying to focus on back chokes, and I still am. I'm still on that, and that was posted a couple weeks ago. I'm still trying to focus on taking the back, choking with the gi, and taking the back and no gi and hitting rear naked chokes, because I'm not high percentage with them as a black belt, and I want to be. So I'm going to keep spamming. I'm going to keep trying to take people's back, and I'm going to keep trying to choke. And guess what? I've gone to Ohana HQ and at our gym, and I keep getting the back and I keep failing the chokes, and then I fight lower belts, and then I learn a couple things, but like where I get the chokes from, and I'm like, oh, okay, like I get it from here and I get it from there, and I keep tweaking how I do things, and it keeps improving slowly but surely, but it's only because I'm trying to spam that. That's the main thing I've been focusing on. And again, these are like month spans. It's not like I go for one day and I try something and I'm like, oh cool, I hit the Craig Jones deadlift armbar, like I'm done. Like, no, like you need to hit it hundreds, thousands of times to make it good. You need to loop to make it good against a resisting opponent, okay? But that was my little 2 cents. I'm about to get to work here. I just wanted to post a video. Today I didn't go to jiu-jitsu because of a car situation, and I still wanted to get some information out to you guys. That was how I got good at jiu-jitsu, was spamming things, and then, you know, youth and all that other stuff helped why I got so good so fast. But the main thing was attempting something over and over and over again. Not going to jiu-jitsu to win, going to jiu-jitsu to loop, like ping pong. Until next time, guys, let's get it.